doing, me and more gang? It's your girl Bianca Shanice, and I'm back with another video. If you're new here, hello, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Also, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get alerts when your girl posts a new video. Cause how y'all gonna see me? So for today's video, I will be sharing things that I have learned in my 30s, and if that is something that you would like to see, please stay tuned and keep on watching. Y'all, I have reached my 30s. I am currently 32, and y'all, let me just say this. Some things have changed in my 30s and some things that I have learned in my 30s so far, and I just wanted to share with you all what I have experienced, what I have struggled with, and so on and so on. So the first thing I would like to talk about of what I learned in my 30s is friends. Friends, you guys. Did y'all hear me? Friends. Friends are a good thing to have, but also I feel like for me in my 30s, I really haven't made a lot of new friends besides, you all, like my subscribers, the gang. Still have friends from childhood and friends that I have made over the years. I felt like my perspective changed on friends as I got into my late 20s, early 30s, meaning that I like how my friendships are now, where we do not have to talk every day. I do not have to sit on the phone and talk to you every day. I feel like I did that a lot in my younger days, like in my early 20s, middle 20s. I wanted to talk to my friends every day. I wanted to be around them every day. We was turning up, going out, just doing things in each other's presence very often. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and whoever, still do that, then, that's what works for you. But for me, I know I can't and I don't want to be around my friends 24/7. If we can shoot each other a text message, a couple times throughout the week, or even if we can just chop it up with texting, I'll be fine with that. But being in each other's presence, space 24/7, that's just not gonna work. That's just not gonna cut it for me. I'm okay with that. Friends that I do talk to, they are okay with that. And sometimes I will put whatever I got going on, push it to the side, just to at least call and check in. Like, I ain't got to go into like details of what's going on or what I have been going on. Just be like, hey girl, you good? Because that saying check on your strong friends, I feel like, that's true. Check on people, because people be going through real life stuff, and I feel like it won't hurt you to call and just check on them. Just say, hey girl, I was thinking about you. I hope everything is okay, and blase and blase. Also, I have also learned that you do outgrow people. You outgrow friends. You may meet each other, bonded with each other over a situation, hurt, or you have a particular friend where you like to go out, and as you evolve and as you get older, your mindset changes. You'll be leveling up, and you hopefully, the people in your circle, they also will be leveling up. Also, now I try to do, like, I shoot somebody a text, or if I call them, I'll be like, hey girl, how was your mental today? Like, are you okay to carry what I got going on today? Because that's something that I also like to consider or be considerate of when I'm, calling somebody. I feel like I'm about to drop a load on them. I want to make sure, they mental is good, because I don't know what they had going on before I called, or something they've been dealing with for the past week or the past few months. I just want to try to be more considerate of asking, are you good? You good with this? And I would prefer the same thing, vice versa. But not everybody gonna get that. Not everybody's gonna understand that. That's a boundary that I feel like you will have to put into place for people to respect it. I feel like it's okay if you are outgrowing your friends. You don't have to end on no bad blood. Y'all go some days or weeks or months without talking, and nothing bad has transpired. That's okay. Maybe it's a natural, way of y'all just going y'all separate ways. But when y'all do see each other, hey girl, how you doing? Just chopping it up. That's okay. We get older, things change. We got families, stuff like that. I feel like it's okay, and I don't feel like it's anything out of the ordinary. So what I have learned is just to be more intentional about who you are linking up with as a friend, because I feel like also your friends are a reflection of you. Yeah, that thing about, you know, linking up with people because y'all can relate to the same thing. Like your homegirl over here dealing with hurt, y'all bonding over hurt. And yeah, in that moment it may feel good, but eventually somebody gonna have to pull somebody out, and you need somebody to be able to pull you out, because if y'all just sitting there bonding over there or just always reminiscing over the past, y'all ain't got nothing currently that y'all could talk about in the future, then like messing up your peace. You don't feel like the friendship is going anywhere, because I feel like it's purpose within like friendships. I really do. In previous videos that I have, I am an introvert, so I'm good. Like I might not want to go out to the club, or I may not want to go over there because so and so over there. Like I'm also like a vibe person. Like I feel like if the vibe is off and you rocking with, you know, this, and I do feel like another thing, like having friends as a Christian, it's kind of challenging because I can get invited to different spaces where I no longer partake in some of the festivities or the activities that go on. And I do feel like I have matured in my walk where I can still partake in, or, you know, go to these events, but I don't have to drink. I don't have to smoke, you know, things like that. But sometimes God may be telling me, you don't need to be there. What you there for? You do not need to be there. So I feel like it's just a level of wisdom and discernment that I have grew over the years to help me determine on what place I need to be, who I need to be hanging out with. And sometimes it don't feel good because it's like, dang, I do really want to go. But sometimes it's like, no, you don't need to go. No, stay your tail home, or y'all figure out something else. And it's kind of like, it can kind of get a little boring. No, I ain't gonna say boring. It can kind of get a little lonely sometimes because, like I said, not all my friends are on this journey. And I still, you know, associate myself with them. And also another thing, getting worldly friend advice sometimes can be like a hit or miss, because it's like, girl, are you giving me advice from a worldly point of view, or are you being considerate that I am, you know, on this Christian journey? And sometimes I have to turn the other cheek, even if I feel like I want to, you know, go off on somebody, or I don't feel like forgiving somebody. Like I need certain people in my life to hold me accountable. And I do pray for my friends to strengthen their walk with God, and, you know, actually, you know, choose this lifestyle. But I'm not here to like force anybody to do that. But I do try my best to live by what I speak. I want my lifestyle to be a reflection of the God in me, you know? I'm a good person. I'm not a perfect person. So I never want to portray that I'm perfect, because I'm still gonna make mistakes. I have made mistakes probably today. I have sinned today, you know, not intentionally, and some stuff may be intentionally. Like I'm still, you know, trying my best to live the lifestyle that God approves of. But yeah, that's a big thing, like having friends as a Christian, and you feel like, you know, you the only, you know, one walking this lifestyle. You chose this lifestyle. Nobody, you know, forced you into it. You just felt like you chose what was best for you. Be okay with letting go of long-term relationships. I know that I have struggled with that, and I'm still struggling, you know, with, you know, situations like that, because you don't never want nobody to feel like, oh, she on this path, or you feel like this person is no longer serving you. But in all reality, like, yeah, we really don't have nothing in common but things of the past. And like I said, it's a kind of a tricky situation to talk about, but I just pray that I'll be able to be confident in whatever decision that I make, you know, in the future. And I hope that we can agree to disagree, you know, if that ever happens. My second thing that I have learned in my 30s is having a routine. A routine, y'all. A routine is a thing. And when I mean by routine, I mean make a realistic routine, because I'm good for not making a realistic routine. I will have a list of things that I feel like I want to put in, like my morning routine, my night routine, or just things that I want to accomplish throughout the week. And sometimes I be like, who doing that? Like, some mornings when I get up, I don't get up and make my bed or get up at 4 o'clock. Girl, no. Like, luckily that I got to make sure Zari up for school, so I do have to be up at a certain time. So that does hold me accountable about getting up. But it's the 10 right here though. When Zari is off to school, am I going to continue with my routine, or am I going to get my butt back in the bed? So sometimes I do pick and choose. Some days where I'm like, oh no, I'm sticking to my routine today. And then some days it's just like I'm doing stuff all backwards, all out of order. But I do feel like having a routine in your life is very necessary, especially at the age that I'm at now. I'm grown. Like, you need to be having some type of routine, some type of order, structure in your life to hold you accountable to, you know, get things done and stop procrastinating, stop being lazy with things. I do feel like a routine is necessary, because once you know, have your routine, or because I'm a person that I don't like routine, it's uncomfortable for me because it do hold me accountable, but routine is necessary for me. I find myself getting a lot of things done when I'm on routine versus if I'm just going with the flow, because I find myself like knowing it's a whole lot of things that I got to do, so I'm actually like rehearsing everything that I got to do in my mind, where I'm picking and choosing what I need to do, instead of me like writing out all the things that I need to do, picking certain days where I need to have certain things done. Instead, sometimes I just try to figure it out in my mind, and I should know by now that it don't always be successful. So it's like, girl, why you continue to put all that pressure or put all that weight on you, and then 9 times out of 10 I really don't get majority of that stuff done. So having a routine, just holding yourself accountable. Like I said, pick a routine that's more realistic for you. Our routines don't have to be aesthetically pleasing. Like, yes, I sometimes y'all see in my videos how it may come off of like, oh, she got it all figured out. Baby, no, I don't. I don't have it figured out. I don't. Not all the time. I wish I was one of those aesthetically pleasing girlies that have it figured out, that gets up, do this. No, I don't. And I'm okay with it sometimes, but sometimes I can get a little carried away, where, girl, pull yourself together and get that stuff done. And you can have just routines over different areas of your life. You know, like I said, your morning routine, what you do when you get up first thing in the morning. Your night routine, what you do at night. Or your hair routine, your face routine. Like, having a routine to keep you on a set schedule with certain things. Start small, give yourself grace, and work. Third thing that I have learned in my 30s is taking time for me. Take some time for you, whatever that looks like for you, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the above. Take some time for you, because we are mothers, we are fathers, we are daughters, we are sisters, you know, we are all of the above, all the way around. We work, so we be pouring into other things and other people, where sometimes we get so caught up in that where we lose us. We lose ourselves in the process, sometimes not intentionally, and sometimes out of being so burnt out from doing things for other people and not being able to pour back into ourselves. I have witnessed that. I have recently witnessed that, and it didn't feel good. It had me going to a sucking place, and it did not feel good. And I'm not just talking about outer appearance or maintenance, but like, I love to do YouTube. Like, YouTube is like, man, YouTube, we locked in, y'all. Like, for real, I love YouTube. I love creating videos, and I do work. And sometimes I don't have that energy or the time to film for y'all, pour into my YouTube channel, perfect my craft, you know, just different things about my YouTube. I don't have that time sometimes. So it's aggravating, it's very upsetting, because I want to eventually one day I want this to be like my full-time job amongst other things that I want to be able to pour into. Like I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, I'm not even looking at y'all, but I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, I want to work for me. Like, I don't want to be having to go clock in for somebody else, making them rich. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. So it's other things that I like to do to, you know, build my brand, build my legacy, you know, generational wealth. Like, it's other things that I be wanting to do, but sometimes I just don't have the time to do those things. And that goes with prioritizing what's important, figuring certain things out when it comes to those things like that. Sometimes I be so tired and burnt out from doing all these other things, and I be spiritually weak. Sometimes I need to have that time, me and God. I need to take that time for me and him, because I can tell when I can tell when I'm, you know, me and the enemy, like, you know, about to go back and forth, because I haven't took no time for me and God. Like, don't get me wrong, I pray daily, I pray throughout the day, but sometimes I need to have that reassurance, you know, from God. And sometimes that calls for me to actually, like, dismissing everybody. Don't be afraid to put your phone on D&D. Like, that's one of the things that I have learned in my 30s, but I'm gonna add that, go ahead and add into that. Don't be afraid to put your phone on D&D or turn your phone off sometimes. If you got children and you know your children good, take a good hour or two, however, or just go somewhere. Let somebody know where you're going. You got, sometimes you have to separate yourself from other people. And me, I thrive on my alone time. It's the best time for me to think. It's the best time for me to be creative. It's the best time for me to reflect. It's the best time for me to deal with me. So yeah, take all that time you need sometimes, you know. But too much alone time, it can be detrimental to you too. So you just have to have a balance when it comes to that. And I'm still learning that. Like, I really am still learning that. And the things that I'm naming, I'm not saying I mastered this. It's things that I have learned that I have probably thrived a little better in different areas of certain things that I have named. And some things I'm probably like flatline, you know, straight. Nowhere near where I want to be, you know, in those areas. Or, you know, take yourself out on a date. You know, you can do like different things how you can pour into yourself, but don't forget about, y'all, my camera had went dead. I done forgot what I was saying last. But overall, main point I was trying to get across was pour into yourself, take time for yourself, and don't feel bad for doing it, because I'm good for doing that too. I'm good for doing that. So the fourth thing that I have learned in my 30s is living in the moment. Y'all remember when I said that I haven't mastered some of these things? This is one of them. This is one of them. I haven't mastered living in the moment. I can live in a moment for a few moments, and next thing you know, I'm already thinking about how I'm gonna figure this out, how I'm gonna do that. Sometimes I need to ask myself, like, what can I do in this moment to make this moment the best for me? Even still, it's other things that I know that I want to accomplish, or other things that I want, but I got to stop trying to focus on that so much and just focus on what I have now. Like, I have a lot of stuff. Like, I have a house, I have lights, I have water, you know. I even have some of the stuff that are materialistic things that I once wanted one time before, and I actually have now. You can get so caught up with what other people got going on social media these days, and they make it look good, they make it look like it's easy, and we haven't seen their hard work, because some people don't like to broadcast things out of the mud. Those days, people don't always show that. We only see bits and pieces and highlights where we think, like, dang, you know, they make it look easy, and we just don't see everything. The thing that I have learned in my 30s is being confident in removing things or people that is no longer serving you. Can I say that again? Being confident in removing things or people that is no longer serving you. Oh she thinks she better than everybody, or she thinks she too good for this, or she thinks she too good for that. In some situations, I am. Some situations you are, you know. I feel like that comes with a level of maturing, knowing who you are, knowing what you deserve, knowing what you desire out of life, knowing what you desire within yourself. I feel like, yeah, I am. And this doesn't take away anything from you. This is just how I feel. I shouldn't be made or looked at because I'm choosing me. It's okay to choose you sometimes. It's okay to be selfish with yourself sometimes. And I had to learn that the hard way, because I'm so quick. Like, I do feel like I do have a tendency of people pleasing at times. And when I have to be bold and demand my respect, it's uncomfortable. But I feel like we all want to be grown until it's time to be grown. And I'm talking to myself about it. So you want to be grown. You grown, right? So when it's time to make grown women choices or grown women decisions, where the grown at? The grown not groaning. So, yeah. And don't apologize for your decision or your choice that you made. You shouldn't have to apologize. You shouldn't have to make somebody feel comfortable because of your boundary, and vice versa. I say that all the times, and I still struggle with that. But I do still want to be able to be bold and confident and implement all that into my life when it comes to situations and people. Yeah. It's a few more things that I'm going to name. I might not go into like depth like how I did previous ones. Communication. I am going to chime in on communication, because communication is key. Communication is key. Like I said, we all want to be grown until it's time to be grown. Like, I was amazed at myself, and I'm amazed that people at our big grown age that we do not know how to communicate. Communicating is uncomfortable because sometimes you want to take the easy way out. Like, if you know that so-and-so got something that's going on and you told them that you was going, and then when that time actually comes, you don't want to go no more, or something came up, you don't know how to communicate with them. Whatever it is that happened for you not to come, you don't want to communicate with them, so you just don't show up, or you still go and you know you don't want to go. Or having hard conversations with somebody that you don't want them to be mad with you, or you feel like you're gonna be painted out as the bad person, or you coming off too strong or harsh. At the end of the day, if you feel like you effectively communicated what you needed to get across, and that can help you sleep at night, then okay, that's that. We will prefer when people communicate or set boundaries with us. We will want it to make us feel comfortable, because that's what we are used to. That's what we feel like should happen. But sometimes communicating things or having boundaries is uncomfortable. But you don't have to agree with it. But if you care about that person, you respect that person, you should be able to respect whatever they communicated with you or their boundary. So I did say outgrowing people. Well, I covered it with friends, but outgrowing people in spaces. I did mention, being okay with turning your phone off or putting it on do not disturb. That's okay too. My perspective have changed. I feel like I've done kind of chimed in on that, throughout the video. But yes, definitely my perspective have changed on people, situations, and also another thing, y'all, not taking things personal. Not taking things personal. It's easier said than done, but I'm just at the point now where I don't take a lot of things personal. These are not all the things that I have learned in my 30s. These are the main things that I wanted to share on my perspective, my point of view, things that I have learned in my 30s so far. Your girl will be 33 this year, y'all. The big 3-3, okay? I will be 33 this year. So, if the Lord allow me to see it, we gonna, honey, we gonna make the best of that 33rd birthday, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that notification button so you get alerts when your girl posts a new video. Cause all y'all gonna see me, and I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye.